Rumors and accusations have caused quite a bit of turbulence in the aerospace engineering department here at Mississippi State. I sat down with the department head as well as his biggest critic to get to the bottom of the issue.
A sensitive topic struck the nerve of many here at the Old Main Academic Center.
I'm Cole Dillon, and I'll tell you how faculty are preparing for a potential school shooting.
Good evening, I'm Alicia Carter. Students are complaining, administrators and faculty are fighting, and one professor up and quit mid-semester. My colleague Colin McCauley joins us to explain what's going on at the Department of Aerospace Engineering.
Alicia, there are many concerns ranging from aging and dangerous equipment, miscommunication among faculty and staff, and growing discontent among the students because 2 senior-level professors have resigned in the past year. Students say new instructors are inexperienced when it comes to teaching. I spoke with Dr. Olson, who has been here for 11 years total, and he says he just doesn't want to be a part of this program any longer.
I'm retiring effective March 15th, and some of the issues that have led to that are just my dissatisfaction with the way the department is being managed and the college is being run too. We use Patterson Laboratories here, and it's in bad shape. We have some mold issues, and just our lab equipment is in disrepair. There was a report prepared for ABET, which is our accreditation, excuse me, and me and several other faculty thought the report was an error because it stated that the facilities were better than they were.
Space is not pristine. It's not really pretty. It's not clean. It's not what we'd like. One of the things that I advocate for and would love for us to see is we're number 9, as I understand it, 9 or 10, on the university's renovation list for that building. Unfortunately, number 9, it sounds good. It's not that big a number, just 1 digit, but I was told that number 5 may be about 10 years from now when it gets renovated, and so that puts us, you know, I'll be retired again before we'll get to doing that. So what I would love is to be able to bring that up to number 1 or 2 on the university's renovation list, because that would really address the problems of that building and our laboratory space. That said, it doesn't stop us from educating and doing a great job of educating students. We'll be able to do better when we upgrade equipment, but it's not like we can't do it right now, and ABET agreed with that.
For those who don't know, ABET is the accreditation board that ensures university programs meet standards to produce quality graduates. Alicia?
Thanks, Colin. With the threat of shooting weighing heavily on many people's minds, efforts are being made to ensure school faculty are as prepared as possible. Take 30's Cole Dillon shows us how.
On December 19th, Mississippi Governor Phil Bryant signed Executive Order 1411, which said that all state employees were required to complete an online active shooter training course provided by the Mississippi State Personnel Board. As a public school, all MSU employees are required to participate in the training as well, and Dr. Larry Strout
Okay. And for tonight we're going to have a low of only 33 degrees. And looking at a picture from the drill field, it's going to be very cold. And yes, it is getting cold indeed, with the winds going to be from the northwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. So that's going to be a storyline we're going to watch. It's because of that northwesterly wind that's dropping our temperatures down. And looking at tomorrow, we are going to have a high of about 55 degrees. And tomorrow's high is 55 degrees. It's still going to feel a lot like average temperatures throughout our area, and it's because of, again, that northwesterly wind. It's going to really start to drop those temperatures down. It's going to be crisp and chilly, and it's going to be staying windy. And looking at your extended forecast, it looks a lot like this. 50s throughout the rest of our week. We're going to have a few clouds on Friday, but mostly it's going to be mostly sunny throughout the area, and it's still going to be windy. And now looking at our extended forecast, our next big chance of rain is on Saturday with an 80% chance of rain. But then we have baseball games on Friday through Sunday, so I think we're going to have a doubleheader Sunday because there's absolutely no way that we can have a game on Saturday with the conditions that are predicted. Back to you, Alicia.
A change of heart. The Starkville Board of Aldermen revisited its decision against a pride parade in town, and local business owners think this will have a positive impact on their shops. Leaders voted against the parade last month, which would run through Main Street in March. Last night, however, the Board of Aldermen voted in favor of the parade. Owner of Poporium Popcorn, Rosa Dalamba, says an event like this is good for business owners like her.
As a business owner, I'm in favor of anything that really is within our amendment rights. And I'm especially in favor of parades and things that bring people to our door on a daily basis and introduces new customers to our product and to our beautiful downtown.
The vote to grant a parade permit was split 3-3 last night. Mayor Lynn Spruill broke the tiebreaker in favor for the permit.
Meanwhile, at Mississippi State, if you've spotted cats running around campus after dark, you're not alone. We're told the felines are friendly.
The Federal TRIO program contains 8 different programs that share the same goal,
that the university
helping
is
disadvantaged
considering
students
getting rid of its trap, neuter, return program. The cats help control the pest population, but for some students, they're much more than pest control. A program that exists to help students who might not make it to college get there and stay there is on the chopping block.
Take 30's Keaton Phillips explains what this could mean for the nearly 200 students at Mississippi State who depend on TRIO.
The Federal TRIO program contains 8 different programs that share the same goal, helping disadvantaged students in college. At State, we have one of these programs, Student Support Services. In 2017, Student Support Services received over $300 million nationally. The 2019 budget proposal cut Student Support Services funding all the way down to $0. Student Support Services isn't the only branch. If the Department of Education has its way, 3 of those 8 will disappear. Some fear that many of the disadvantaged students will also disappear. The Department of Education supports this by saying there's limited evidence of effectiveness for these programs. MSU student Skylar Watford has been a part of the TRIO program for 3 semesters, and for him, this accusation is personal.
A lot of times students leave out much better off than they came in. So I think the program definitely does have an impact on a pretty good amount of students at this university. So for someone to say that it's not having a good effect on students, that's completely preposterous if you ask me.
TRIO students gather once a week to de-stress and learn how to best succeed in college. While it is just a proposal thus far, Student Support Services is taking the idea of losing all funding very seriously.
You do think about it, especially if you have read things, heard things in the news in regards to the funding for TRIO programs and things that's being proposed, so it's of concern. It's of concern not just for the employment of me, but just the servicing of those students here at Mississippi State.
Congress must first accept the Department of Education's proposal for it to go into effect. Federally, TRIO was created in 1965 and at that time referred to 3 programs to help students. It has grown into 8 programs.
Can you hear the difference? Why the Mississippi State Belt?
Our world is changing. The way we work, the way we connect, the way we see things around us. At Mississippi State University, we're agents of change, creating our own bright futures, solving real problems, turning challenges into possibilities, and lighting the way to a whole new world of emerging markets. Through MSU's new state-of-the-art Center for Entrepreneurship and Outreach, we're collaborating across campus, sharing perspectives and resources of multiple disciplines to power dreams. But we're so much more than dreamers. We've launched hundreds of student-led businesses, earning millions in revenue, and impacting our state's economy in new and creative ways. We're the next generation of business leaders, and we're ready for a changing world. How do we know we're ready? Because we're the ones changing it.
A historical site on campus just got a big upgrade. Take 30's Jacob Lanier explains what changes you might hear.
You may have recently noticed that the Mississippi State Bell Tower sounds a little different. For over 20 years, the MSU Carillon has run off of cassette tapes, but a recent upgrade has brought it into the 21st century. The George D. Perry Carillon has been chiming every hour since 1965, but now it will be powered by large SD cards.
There's a noticeable difference between those two versions. The original one had 2 wrong notes in it.
In addition to the musical corrections, the technician overseeing upgrades also says that this will add another 20 years to the bell tower's life. Most students agree that keeping the Carillon ringing will contribute to the campus atmosphere and university history.
The bell tower has a long history on this campus, so I feel like that by preserving that history, we're kind of preserving a piece of MSU.
So what do the upgrades include? Most notably, an off-site software that allows for scheduling of chimes and songs on the Carillon. Right now, the fight song will continue to be played at 5 p.m. with the alma mater played at 10 p.m. The Carillon renovation is estimated to cost $15,000 and is funded by the Office of Student Affairs.
There are more ways to get in shape than just going to the gym. MSU On the Move is showing the Starkville community other ways to exercise.
The Gender Studies
Last week,
Department
MSU On the Move partnered with Blue Cross Blue Shield of Mississippi to host its 4th annual Glow Walk. The walk was open to everyone and free shirts were given out to anyone that completed the walk. Scott Pope, the coordinator for MSU On the Move, said that the walk intended to give people another way to exercise.
This is a walk today, and our walk is to get more of the community involved. So hopefully, again, trying to educate people to walk more outside and letting them know that there's other opportunities to exercise and have physical activity beyond just going to the gym.
The walk took place at Chadwick Lake on Mississippi State University's campus. The track went along the lake and circled back to the starting point. Pope expected some 200 walkers for the event.
Abortion and religion are 2 controversial topics. Last Thursday night, the 2 were mixed, proving to be a toxic combination. Take 30's Sienna Turner was there.
The Gender Studies Department hosted an event at the Old Main Academic Center. Guest speaker Dr. Willie Parker, who is a self-proclaimed Christian gynecologist but does perform abortion, gave a speech on how no one has the right to tell a woman what she should do with her body.
A fetus and a conception have more weight? It absolutely does. Does a woman have more weight? It absolutely does. When we argue about when personhood begins, that's something that we can debate. The question that I like to turn around and ask people, we can debate about when a fetus, whether or not a fetus is a person. What I need somebody to tell me is, when is a woman not a person?
Near the end of his speech, the floor was open for a Q&A to the audience who questioned Dr. Parker's Christianity.
One space. And if I say no, will that mean that you are in it authenticated or inauthenticated me as a Christian? Absolutely. It will, for your satisfaction. Yes, sir. Right, and I'm absolutely comfortable with that.
Though many disapproved of his beliefs, others agreed with him and liked how he conducted himself by answering questions but not forcing his beliefs.
It was a very productive talk, and I think a great job at respecting others even when he was like questions that were asked to him were in a rude way.
Police presence was heavy during the speech. I'm Sienna Turner with Take 30 News.
Dr. Parker practices in Alabama. He has written a book on the subject called Life's Work, a moral argument for choice.
After the break, Take 30's Jordan Derensberg will be back with our full Campus Connect forecast.
We all depend on accurate weather forecasts to plan our day. That's why Mississippi State University is teaching students to forecast the future using real-world news sets as classrooms, putting scientific discoveries in meteorology to the test, while honing on-air reporting skills real-time with local TV stations. And we do it so well that at any given moment across the country, 1 in 3 weather forecasts are being delivered by MSU-trained meteorologists who are helping people make crucial decisions that impact their safety, working to ensure business continuity, and in many cases, saving lives. Predicting the future? That's what we're preparing for every single day so that you can prepare for your day. When you're the best, everyone wants to see what you'll do next. At Mississippi State University, our team of world-class rocket engineers is venturing beyond boundaries, building rockets like none before. We're launching a new era of space exploration. We've developed cutting-edge technology that's helping us build a rocket that can travel at 4 times the speed of sound. Fast? Yes. But more importantly, revolutionary. For you and for a space program that produces many of the conveniences we enjoy today. We're shaping your life in ways you never dreamed. What's next? Watch us and see.
Oh yes, it was a really chilly morning this morning. We're going to be in the 50s for a high. We're currently in the low 40s to mid 50s throughout our region. But look at this temperature contrast I want to point out. We were at 13 degrees cooler than we were yesterday here in town. And also we're going to be at negative 11 in place, 11 degrees below where we were yesterday in places like Calhoun City, Coffeyville. So you really felt the chill. And that's the result of a cold front that came through and kind of brought in some of that cooler air on Monday. And who's ready for some baseball? Who's ready for some baseball? Yep. Bat flip. Anyways, first pitch, we're going to be at 52 degrees and the temperatures are going to start to drop. So bring that light jacket if you have it. And yes, as we sing Friends in Low Places, we'll even get down to the upper 40s. So it's going to be a very chilly start to the season at the New Dude. Now looking at tonight, it's not going to be the low tonight. It's not going to be 47. It's going to be 33 for your early morning tomorrow morning. So it's going to be some clear skies and it's going to be getting really, really cold. And that's courtesy of that northwesterly wind. Again, the cold front that brought us the rain on Monday. That's what's going to start to drop our temperatures. And looking for tomorrow's forecast, tomorrow we are going to be at 56 degrees for a high. It's a crisp and chilly day again tomorrow. We're staying windy because winds again, northwest, 10 to 15 miles an hour. That's because we're in a trough as a result of all of that rain that came through. And now for our extended forecast. And looking for tomorrow night's low, we're going to be at 32. So we're going to be right at freezing. So we're going to probably have a freeze warning throughout much of our area. Friday, we're going to get down to 53 with a few clouds through our area before the main rain chance comes on Saturday. It's 80% with the much warmer temperature of 66 degrees. We have baseball games against Utah Valley Friday through Sunday. Saturday, don't need to be happening. We need to have a doubleheader on Sunday, but look, it's going to be nice and warm for the beginning part of spring break. Now back to you, Alicia.
Thanks, Jordan. Up next, Take 30 Sports has your latest on the new Duty Baseball Stadium, the softball slamboree that took place over the weekend, and why former Bulldog coach Dan Mullen is going to court.
If you want to have a big impact in the world, you have to start small. At Mississippi State University, we're starting in the Gulf of Mexico, where a small but crucial barrier island is quickly fading from view. Millions of state dollars are spent dredging sand to replace the vanishing shores of Deer Island, but we think we can do better. We're applying cutting-edge sediment tracers to map the flow of currents and predict the course of sand that's carried out to sea, a process that will help us better understand the drastic transformation taking place. While this is a more cost-effective way to prevent the loss of an island, it's about so much more than saving dollars. It's about taking the first step in a long process to preserve our environment and secure a better, brighter tomorrow. We might be starting small, but rest assured, at Mississippi State University, we're dreaming big. It's been said that where there's water, there's life. For some parts of the world, that simple truth has never been more evident. Fields aren't getting the water they need. Fertilizer is washing into nearby rivers and streams, and harm to the environment is rising. At Mississippi State University, we're working to change this. By designing and implementing better irrigation solutions, we're collecting, conserving, and recycling nutrient-rich water, allowing us to reduce waste, secure the livelihoods of farmers, and pave the way for a safer, cleaner environment for fish and wildlife. But we're not stopping there. We're taking the process developed in our own backyard and applying it to a global stage. So whether it's Israel, the Philippines, or Indianola, Mississippi, we're ensuring simple truths endure, that where there's water, there's life. And where there's ingenuity at work, there's Mississippi State University.
Hi, I'm Emma Bond. Thanks for tuning in to Take 30 Sports. The new Dudy Noble Field at Polk Dement Stadium has made its debut, and while some say it's sure to be a hit, others aren't so sure. The new baseball stadium opened last night for the Bulldogs' 13th game of the season. Due to construction on the stadium, the team has played away games this past month. Junior center fielder Jake Mangum says he has high expectations for the new stadium.
Well, there's going to be a lot more people, so it's going to be louder for sure. It's just going to be nicer. I mean, the field's almost perfect. It's hard to beat. All the locker room and stuff is going to be just top notch and the best in the country, so it's going to be cool.
Plans for the new stadium began in 2014 with a $55 million budget. The new stadium boasts a 60 by 43 foot jumbotron, the largest in the country. Plus, an upgrade to the left and right field lounges has been made. Students like Claire Anderson are concerned about how it will affect the atmosphere.
As a student, I'm a little bit nervous about how left field lounge is going to change. So I just loved how historic and the good chill vibes it used to have. And I don't know how it's going to be with everything being so cookie cutter out there.
The Bulldogs defeated New Mexico State last night 9-1 and will battle it out again tonight at 6:30. MSU softball started its weekend off right by absolutely dominating the Bulldogs Slamboree. A W on Friday against Lamar, 2 wins on Saturday against Mercer and Sam Houston State, and another victory on Sunday against Sam Houston State has the Bulldogs feeling pretty confident about their new match happening now against Boston College with a score of 4-0. Bulldogs up. At Sunday's game, Kaylin Adams proved to be the 4th Bulldog in MSU softball history to knock 2 sacrifice flies in a single game. This hasn't been done in over 10 years. The Bulldogs haven't seen 3 sacrifice flies in the same game since 2004. Cassidy Knudsen also proved to be the leader of strikeouts in the NCAA, averaging 12.2 strikeouts per 7 innings. Head coach Van Studerman now has the 2nd most wins in program history with 219 victories thus far. Back to you, Alicia.
Back to black. A closer look at how music has influenced culture when we come back.
What drives you? What pushes you forward? Is it an appetite to be the best or a calling to make a difference? For those of us here at Mississippi State University, it's both. We're designing a future where cutting-edge hybrid technology isn't imported from overseas, but exported from our own backyard. We're working toward a day when solutions to energy independence move at 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds and are as simple as charging a phone. A day when fuel economy and environmentally friendly are viewed as less of a compromise and look more like this. For us, turning heads in the auto industry is great, but living up to the hype is even better. That's because it's about more than simply envisioning the future. It's about getting there. And here at Mississippi State, we know just the ride to take.
A group on campus is taking it back to Black this year with a twist. Back to Black is a Black History showcase, and this year's theme was the evolution of African American music over the years. The Holmes Cultural Diversity Center put on the show, and each genre of music is played to display the impact it had on African American culture.
The Grammys, evolution of music over time, African American music. And what we did here tonight, we showcased and displayed the impact that different genres of music in the African American culture, the impact that they had over years, from way back in the day up until now. And it was a really great show. It was really entertaining. We had spoken word, singing, dancing, really cool costumes.
The organization was happy with the turnout. Let's head over to Jordan for a final look at our Campus Connect forecast.
Oh yes, and it's going to be a very, very chilly one tonight with the low of only 33 degrees, and with that northwesterly wind, it makes it feel really cold.
So Colin, what are you doing for your spring break?
Well, I'm actually going to the Bahamas on a cruise. It's going to be real fun. What about you?
I'm actually going to go to Florida with some friends, and we're just going to relax and have a good time.
Well, that's all the time we have. Good night.